Hey everybody, today I am going to show you how to make crepes. I learned this method from the legendary chef and awesome man, Jacques Pepin. And it's way easier than I ever thought. I was always pretty intimidated about making crepes, and it's pretty simple. So we start out, we're gonna put our pan. This is, you can make them in either size pan. This is a 7-inch pan. I think this is about a 10-inch pan. This recipe will make about 4 of the larger crepes. We're gonna go with the smaller. And we're gonna start by putting a healthy tablespoon, as Jacques says, of butter into the pan over medium-high heat. And by the time that butter is melted, we're going to be ready to go. So to make the batter, we're going to do 1 egg, bowl with 1/3 cup of flour, a pinch of salt, a healthy pinch of sugar, and we're going to whisk. We're going to put, now this was one of the key tips that Jacques taught me. You're going to put a little bit of the milk into the bowl, and then you're going to whisk until this mixture becomes smooth, and then you're going to add the rest of the milk. And the reason you do this is so that you end up with a very smooth crepe batter. If you put the milk in all at once, it's much harder to get everything to come together, and you're going to end up with lumps. So that's pretty smooth. We're going to add the rest of the milk. And you're going to have it's a pretty thin batter, and our butter's starting to bubble away, so we're right on target here. Whisking, whisking, and see how smooth this is, because we didn't add all that milk at once, but we've got a very homogeneous, smooth batter. Our butter's bubbling, and as soon as that's completely melted, we're going to add the majority of that butter right back into the batter. So just about there. So now that goes into our batter. And that's all the butter that remains in the pan. Now, Jacques also says that the first crepe is for the dog. So every time you make crepes, supposedly the first one isn't as pretty as the rest. So we're going to see how this works. All right. So now we're going to take a 1/4 cup measure, a 1/4 cup of the batter, and you're going to tilt your pan. Heat there. You're going to add it in here, and you're just going to swirl till the batter covers the bottom of the pan. You can see a few of the larger ones I made here earlier. And as I said, it makes about 4 of the large crepes and about 6 or so of the smaller. And we're just going to let that go. You got to kind of wait until you see the sides get a little bit lacy and a tiny bit brown, and then you know you've got nice color on the bottom. So let's see if this is suitable for the dog. Whoops, not quite yet. I won't try to flip them. Jacques does a beautiful job flipping them, but I have a feeling they might end up on the floor if I did that. So you can stuff these crepes with just about anything. They can be savory or they can be sweet. We're going to do a couple different variations today. But first off, we're going to do some smoked salmon, a little Boursin cheese. If you haven't tried this cheese, it's garlic and herb cheese. And it's absolutely delicious, and it adds like loads of flavor. It's a great, one of my go-to products to add a lot of flavor in one product. We're going to do like an everything bagel kind of theme here with salmon and dill and the cheese and red onion, eggs, and a little bit of capers. So it's going to be yummy. Oh, see, now look at our batter. Here is getting a little brown and lacy around the edges. So I'm just going to grab it with my fingers. And there we go. Hey, that's actually pretty good. I think the dog's going to like that. So this just needs a couple minutes on the other side. The other thing that Jacques says is, so this is going to be the prettier side. So you always want to place this face side down so that when you go to fill your crepes, you're using the, I don't want to say ugly, but the not as pretty side. It's tempting. Not on this one. All right. So, whoops. Let's give it another second here. All right. And there's one crepe. And then we're going to just go right into the pan with another 1/4 cup of the batter. And put it right into the edge. I think this pan's a little, yeah, just about. Really easy, right? This one get all brown and lacy. I might almost like the bigger size better, but Whatever floats your boat. Starting to get brown already. I feel like too, as you continue to make these, the pan gets a little bit hotter and the heat's more evenly distributed, so they go a little bit quicker as you go forward. This guy looks pretty good. Grab it with your fingers. And look how pretty that is. That's called like a lacy crepe with that pretty finish on it. So I'm going to keep making these from the batter, and then we'll come back and we'll fill them and eat them. Well, I'm creping away here, and I just had an epiphany. I'm going to try to do a dessert crepe, and I'm going to try sprinkling some Oreo crumbs onto the batter as soon as it hits the pan. So as I said before, I've got just about a 1/4 cup here, and I'm going to put it in the pan and swirl it to get it all over the bottom for a nice thin crepe. And then, before it cooks, let's see how this works. I could be a genius, or it could be a total flop. All right, and let it cook away. Until it gets lacy around the, see it's starting to get a little brown around the edge. I like to use a rubber spatula to loosen the edges. Rubber spatula is one of my favorite kitchen tools. All right, let's see. You ready? Okay. It smells good. Ooh, this is exciting. Jack, what do you think? I'm probably breaking all the crepe rules, but I think it's going to be good, and then we'll put some chocolate and some strawberries inside. Okay. Ooh, that looks good. All right. Flip it out onto here. Ooh, I think that's going to be yummy. All right, let's do one more. Do I have enough? Yeah. All right, batter into the edge. Swirl it all around to coat. Put those cookies on there. I'm loving this idea. This would be great for Mother's Day or Easter or any brunch or birthday or any Sunday. Okay. Ooh, I like this idea. Flip them over. Beautiful. Look at that. Not too shabby. All right, we'll be right back to fill these puppies. All right, we're ready to stuff our crepes. They came out beautiful, so lacy and pretty. And again, we put the first side down because we want the pretty side to be on the outside when we fold it. So the first one we're going to do is savory. So we've got, I have the Boursin cheese, the garlic and herb cheese, one of my favorite ingredients. I think I talked about that earlier. And I'm just going to spread a couple tablespoons. This is the larger crepe. This is the one that was made in the larger pan. And spread a good amount of that cheese over 1/2 of the crepe. And then we're going to do some salmon. This is a smoked salmon, like a lox. And then we're going to do a little bit of hard-boiled egg. Oh, it's going to be so good. And then some red onion. A little zing. Do a couple sprigs of dill. And some capers. This is going to be yummy. Okay, and then I think that's everything, right? And maybe that's a little teeny squirt of lemon juice. We've got a sauce we're putting on top that is yogurt. You could use sour cream, lemon juice, and dill. And again, I'll put all the measurements and the quantities when I write up the recipe and put it on the blog. So we're going to fold this puppy over. There's different ways that you can traditionally fold. This is a traditional, just going to do it in 1/4. And there you have it. And then we'll put a dollop of our cream on top. And then garnish with a little more dill and a couple capers. And maybe a lemon slice and then we eat it. So try it. Or maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll set up the the sweet one too at the same time. So our sweet one, my epiphany, by adding the Oreo crumbs when I put the crepe into the pan. I think this is going to be so good. So we're going to do a little bit of melted chocolate. This is going to be decadent inside. And then my cameraman wanted strawberries. Camerawoman wanted strawberries and raspberries. We're going to put those in there like so. And then this guy, we're also going to fold. You can also, I should say, maybe we'll do this one that way. You can also, traditionally, sometimes they're rolled like that. So that would be the rolled version. And then I made whipped up some whipped cream. A cup of cream, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Ooh, that's a lot of whipped cream. And we'll put a few more of those Oreo cookie crumbs on top. Oop, hope I didn't get on the salmon. And maybe we'll garnish with another raspberry. And how about maybe a strawberry on the side? How does that look? Delicious. All right, I'm actually going to I was going to pick them up, but because of the sauce, I'm going to get a fork and knife. All right, I'm going to first go for this guy. I might end up picking him up after all. Oh, it looks beautiful. Yeah. To fall apart. All right, ready? Oh my gosh. That is so good. The crepes are perfect. So light. Absolutely delish. Now, I don't want to get salmon in my dessert. Okay. If you insist, I'll try a little piece of this one. Whipped cream. Whoop! Escapee. Oh, that is magic. Really good. Totally have to try these. And fill them with whatever you like, whatever your favorite.